What's up, everyone? We're going to be doing a special island tour of Shelly Marie's island. I plan on doing some more tours like this, and I think I'm going to call them a commit checkout. Let me know what you think. All right, everyone, welcome to your first offending commit checkout. We're here on Shelly Marie's island, and as I've seen other content creators do, this is a really good view to start out with. So we're gonna walk out and we're gonna see this island for the first time together. And then we have Shelly Marie with us and we're gonna ask her a whole bunch of questions. So here we go. Oh my goodness. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Commit.
Wow, so your island's name is Croc Isle. Oh, hi, Melvin.
Hi, Melvin. Yeah, it's Croc Isle. My daughter actually helped named it. That's what she thought of, and I said, okay.
Awesome. I love how you use the pattern stone with the brick. It kind of reminds me of the French Quarter.
Yeah, I wanted a real natural feel, and this just seems super more realistically natural.
Yeah, it definitely does have like a hand placed look to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I always watch the videos and seen everyone use the black cobblestone for roads, but I'm not a city core girl. I'm more of a cottage core country.
Nice.
So it just spoke to me, I guess.
Well, this is your island. I am merely a guest. You want to lead the way and...
Okay, we can start with the main town. So
right.
I didn't spread my town way out. I kept it small. I come from a small town myself, and this is kind of like my main street, how I remember when I was little. So I kind of kept them, there's spaces in between, and eventually I will probably expand them as my island develops. Like I'd like to make Tucker Box in an area where I could put, a seating area around her. But I haven't done that yet. So this is the main town.
It's beautiful.
And this is just like a little congregation area for the town to have their picnics and all that.
Oh, this is so lovely. So lovely.
It's like the community barbecue area.
Yeah, I love that.
And then this is my favorite. Rayne, if anyone, we've always talked, Rayne is my favorite NPC. And so she was one of the first ones I went full out decorating. And then I built, and I wanted to do a bridge, but there was not room. So yeah, then I come up with the lily pad.
I love the lily pads. Like
this is just it's a little seating area in the waterfall. And there's two folds to the waterfall. I have a lot of crocodiles in where I'm at, a lot. And behind this waterfall is the croc pond. They spawn in there all the time. So I kind of blocked them off so they don't come in town so much. But we still get random crocs that spawn in here and they come into town.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I love how you buried a lot of the mushroom.
Oh, the mushrooms for the glow?
Yeah, the glow mushrooms. Then it looks like you have some glow buttons under the water. So you did such a great job making this area seem so natural.
Yeah, I seem to always steer towards that.
And I love the picnic that you have over there too.
My little picnic area?
Yeah.
Yeah, this area was original, and then there was nothing behind it. And then I recently did that's the orchard behind the picnic area.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, we can, do you want to go that way first? Do you want to go through the whole town part first and then come back that way?
Lead the
We
way.
can do either.
I will go
Sure.
whichever direction you want us to go.
We can finish town and then go that way.
All right, sounds great.
So this is the other side of town, and they're kind of, if you look, the trees in the spring, the jacarandas are pink on the one side, and then the light color on the other side. I love mixing the colors of the trees.
That is
one of my favorite.
That's really cool. So we're gonna bring the camera down a little bit and just kind of look at that view. Like you have such a good depth. Like it just seems like it's a well-established neighborhood, you know, with the big grown trees.
When I walk around, that's how I always walk, so I can see that I have everything. And then this is an area I'm still working on, and I just started, but I put the whatchamacallit machines here, like vending machines, and there's a little sitting area.
I love the whatchamacallit machines. Yeah. The gotcha machines, but I mean,
I call them the whatchamacallits.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You never know what you're going to get.
That's right.
So this is today's stuff I got.
Excellent.
I'll pick it up later.
Yeah.
And then down this way through town, it comes into the bandstand area, and I kind of want to make it like the center of town if you're shopping and you want to sit down and relax and wait for people to get out of the shops. You know, we have a town up where I live, and they have this little seating area in the middle of town. It's almost identical, set up like this. They have a gazebo and they have the tables around it. So I kind of went off that. I try to pull stuff from what I've seen.
Oh, of course.
My only concern was, you know, on your Croc Day or whatever your town day is, the congestion with it, but it's not bad at all.
I'm just standing here on the bandstand, just kind of doing a 360 for everyone.
Oh.
Just letting everybody drink your island in for a second. This is really, really lovely. And you did such a great job with all of the use of colors and how you mixed all different flowers together.
Right. Well, I will say, and don't worry, I know she's your wife, but Ellie's inspired me a lot to just play with everything. You know, you never know until you try.
Yes, so, absolutely.
That's, you know, I've got a little more adventurous in how I do stuff.
That's a really, you know, that's a really good point for everybody that's watching this, is just like, just put something down and let it sit for a little bit. And then, you know, if you start playing around with it, moving things around, experimenting, and eventually you'll get to a point where you start learning like what looks good, you know, what combinations look good with other stuff. And yeah, you did such a great job.
Oh, thank you. And then we're gonna go this side of town. I agree with you, because like I also have that same kind of inspiration. Yeah. It shows, doesn't it, right? It does. I just, you know, I'm not afraid to try mixing everything, and you'll see that when you get to the orchard. That is where I think the full circle of putting it out there has accumulated with me just going for it.
All right.
So
following you.
This is still my visitor center. This is the very first place it's ever been placed. I still have not moved it, and I don't know if I will. I've kind of become used to it being right there.
Yeah.
And this is the very first waterfall I ever did. And I probably will spruce it up and change it now that I've done others, but I still like it.
Yeah, it's very, very well done. The waterbeds, they can be a lot of challenging for a lot of people. And yeah, again, you just got to experiment and find out. So this way, if you come out here and you look down, this is the same thing that in the spring, you know, I did the blackwood trees all through here. And this is I love this area to walk in it. And it goes all the way to the orchard. And then this way is my farm, my
animal farm, my dog park, and my farm and my work area is all this way. So this area was where my house originally was, but I moved my house and this has now become the farm. And this is my doggos. So I have a lot of them because
you love dogs.
Well, no. My daughter decided it was fun to collar the dogs, and she didn't know once they were collared, they were collared.
Oh.
So I didn't know I had this many doggos until I kept finding them. So I have 2 rare doggos. This one here is Commit.
Aww.
I don't name them, but on the thing because I'm always afraid if something happened to them, I'd be really sad.
Oh yes.
But this is, and then this one is the last one I just got, and I've got them both out of the same area of the same dog den area. So those are, but I hope I be honest, I don't know how much room I have for dogs anymore.
Yeah,
I'd have to build a whole dog park.
I'm considering like building a dog park, just kind of a dog shelter on mine eventually.
Hi, Erwin. Excuse me.
Erwin.
And then this is my animal farm.
Aw.
They're all sleeping right now.
Yeah. All just kind of making their way.
Yeah, I just cleaned it all up before yesterday, but they're busy.
How about that mixture of grass? It's such a nice look to it.
I like to try to keep as much of the biomes as possible, and this is literally where 2 of them met. So
oh wow.
I left the grass and just met them together, and I really like it.
Yeah, I do too. I really like that too.
Oh, and then in this, there is an Ellie and there is a commit chick.
There's an Ellie Jelly.
Yep, and what's funny is you're right directly across, and that's just how they pick their spots.
Well, I got a good view if I can see Ellie Jelly from where I am.
Yep.
I remember you got such fun names. Oh, there's Januki.
Oh, yeah.
Daisy.
Yep, and then there's Omelet,
Tindy.
Nugget.
Chicken Tindy.
Tindy. And then the wombats. They're all named funny.
Let's see. Bean. Frank and Bean. And then pork. Oh man, everything you need for a good meal.
And then these guys are
can't get to him. Can't get to him.
It's River, Yoda.
Oh, there's River.
Yoda, let me out. You gotta squeeze it in Puddles.
Yep. Yoda and Puddles. Adorable.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the farm. And then you go back out of the farm. We take a left. Don't mind all the food I was cooking.
You were making some cheese.
This is my cooking area.
A nice organized cooking area. Nice color coding the boxes.
Yeah, and I'm big on organizing. I don't like unorganized. And this was original, like I said, behind the house, and I haven't really done anything with this area yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. If I'm going to expand the dog area into here, or if I'm going to move the kitchen area up here. I haven't decided. So here it still sits.
Nice park.
Thank you. And then this is my farm.
I love the farm.
Yeah. So there's a door here you can go through to get to the tractor.
Okay. Ellie always closes gates behind her, so.
And then this is my farm, and it's the pinwheel farm. And I actually was inspired to do it when I was watching one of your first streams where you're trying to do the pinwheel farm.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, I know. Making history, right? With all my terrible building at night. Trying to count tiles.
So I would kind of pulled up how to do one, and then I just put my I guess natural country
it's
touch to it.
I love the stone path. I think that's a good look for a farm. Yeah, the rock path. And then you mix in like the rock edge path too. That's cool.
Yep. And then the scarecrows on every corner. And then this is my composting area. See, I do compost.
It's like you might have experience in this sort of thing.
Yeah.
If you live out in the country.
Yep. And then this is also composting. So I do a lot of this, does it naturally.
Yeah.
I try to utilize all areas of the pinwheel.
No, that's perfect, right? And those of you who don't know, on the wiki there's different farming patterns and stuff that you can try, and the pinwheel's one of them. It's the one that I use on my farm, just like Shelly was saying.
I think it's the most efficient.
Yeah, it's definitely well balanced. Like you could I don't know, you can maximize the space within, the radius of the water tower, but it just kind of, I don't know, it looks a little ugly.
And then, so if anyone knows, so why everyone's gonna say, well, why does she plant like this? These are pumpkins. And you got to give them space. So I'm kind of experimenting with optimal pumpkin collection space. So this is one way of doing them. And then the other way I did them is on this one. And I did them on a kitty corner. So it's like every other, to see how they come in.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I see that.
Which one I get more harvest from. So we'll see.
Yeah. Let us know when you find out for science.
For science. And there's probably someone's already done it. I just don't know. And I was going to try and figure it out. So then we go.
Yeah, never assume that someone else has done it. That's for sure.
Then we go from the farm. And if we go to the right.
So many wonderful things to look at.
And what's funny is this area, when I first put it in, it was so far away from my town, I thought. So remember the picture I sent you that the shark was in my pond?
Yes. Is that pond over there?
Yeah, it's this pond. I was farming away and there's a shark just chilling out in this pond. And then I brought all the mud in to bring the mangroves up here.
Oh, yeah. I want to just... Part of me is tempted to just bring in a whole lot of mud and just make a field of mangroves, just because. Yeah.
And then this is my first helipad I ever did.
I love it.
Yep. And this goes to my mine. Like I said, when I originally put this in, I thought I was putting it so far away from my town. But this is Bindy's mine. And then optimal storage, organization. One has the food, one has all the stuff for the mine, and this is the empty bucket to put your stuff in so you don't have to take it down with you, your money, and then when you come up, you can put all your goodies in there. And then this is the sleeping area and the charging stations, and then the mine. You can enter at your own risk.
Enter at your own risk. I like the, you got a little mud wall there, but this is very well done, especially the lighting in front of it too, the stone torches.
So this is actually just from dirt treating the wall to put it in to keep the crocs out. That's the mangrove mud that just came up when I raised the wall. But this area, like I said, when I first put it in, I thought, oh man, this is awesome. But now I come back and I'm like, well, this mine's not done right because this side's lower than this side and I have to add this. So, they said, are you really ever done with an island? I don't think so.
No, definitely not. And, for such a chaotic area that the mine is, right? This is a very tranquil area. And I think that's really cool because as you come out of the mine, your blood pressure is probably sky high and you need a place to chill and relax and stuff like that. This is it's really nice. It's very relaxing and tranquil.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
And then I haven't done anything with this area yet. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to, how I'm going to expand out here yet. But I started and just put this little area in right here just to connect. And it's just, I want to connect all the islands eventually. But there's a little sitting area.
Oh, I love how you use the lighting on either side of the bridge. Like that's a really nice touch.
Oh, thank you. And then this is a really cool, you can stand up here. Usually there's crocs down in there. And you can just watch them swim, and sharks.
Living their best life.
Yeah, and it's not done. I mean, this is where it ends. It's just, I connected them. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do over there. If I might move maybe put another animal farm in, or I'm not sure.
But I will point out, you know, to those of you that are watching this, right, is even if you aren't sure what to do with an area, sometimes it's really helpful to kind of stub it out, just like Shelly has. And, you know, like she admits, it's not done, but you can look at this and you come back later, you're like, oh, you already kind of have a basic layout to continue this. Like you already have a theme and stuff like that. So this is very well done.
And I always think, you know, I don't want to fill my whole island because he's going to do more updates, more things are going to be added.
Absolutely.
We don't know what they are, but I want to have the space to do that in the open area that's not disturbed in order to do that. I don't want to just cover everything. I want to have the natural that he designed to build off of when he adds those.
I feel the same way. And I think many people who came over from Animal Crossing are used to really tight builds and limited space, but I've kind of made it a conscious effort on my personal island to spread things out, and you know, and it also kind of has a performance impact too.
This is right, it does. I don't know. I just like to, I mean, I think I've talked to you about this before. He's just done so much work, James has, into building these such beautiful islands that are so realistic.
Yeah.
I want to work off of that to build onto it, if that makes sense.
I totally understand.
So I just did this little to connect the water to the falls. Just put a little rowboat in there.
It's cute. I like this.
Yeah. And if we come back.
Many people don't realize that it's like you don't just need to have one rowboat. You can add extras for style.
Yeah, and I think it was on Janooky's stream. I think we were talking, and she made a good point that if you, and I didn't think of it, but I guess you do. She puts a rowboat at every one of her telly towers. So if you want to go to a far off place, the boat's there to go fishing, or plus it helps. You can always find them on the map.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So this was just a little water inlet, but I had to close in some of it to build the farm. So
we're on Croc Isle. I should have a battle shovel ready just in case.
Yeah, you should have it ready just in case. So I decorated this area just to have his water.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Because I wanted to bring the town road over to this side to the mine.
So I noticed that you have a iron fence underneath. Is it kind of like a water barrier, or were you trying to keep crocs out?
Well, be honest with you, I forgot it was still there.
Oh, no problem.
But I did put it up to keep the crocs out while I was doing this, because I couldn't even get the fountain in or the lily pads without getting attacked by a croc.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I killed one, another one would come in. So I was like, okay, you guys, I at least need to get this built.
Right.
So, yeah, but I forgot it was still in there. So, and then this was, I wanted something when you come off the bridge. So I wanted to do a little waterfall. Well, it turned out to be a little bigger because I found that there's a big coral, and I didn't want to destroy it. So I built around it.
That's cool.
And then I put the fire pits in there for the lighting, because it kind of reminded me of, I don't know, tropical.
Yeah, it's definitely an oasis of some kind, you know, that
Yeah.
like a spring, or
Yeah,
it could
and
be like a fountain of youth.
Right. And then I have these, I leave them every once in a while because I love these fossils for decoration.
They're fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, and this one got dug up when I was doing this, so I just left it there. And then this bridge connects back into town. We're going full circle. And if you stand up on the bridge and turn around, I just love the look of the waterfall. Just to stand up here and look at the pond and the waterfall. It's just so pretty.
It's a really good view. We're gonna take a 360 here. Very well done. Very well done. All right, following you.
So we're just basically coming all the way around. The farm will be on your left. And this is a waterfall. I built around those trees. So they were there. I wanted to flatten this area, but I didn't want to take them out. So I built around them.
They're so
this
close.
So this is how the waterfall ended up.
I see you are also a member of the Bottle Tree Preservation Society.
Yeah, well, I originally didn't know about them when I first started playing.
Yeah.
But as I learned, I'm like, oh. So, these are my builder crates I haven't taken care of yet. Ignore those.
What crates?
Okay, good job. So then we're coming back into the back of the Tucker box, and this is the road from the other view.
Lane.
Yeah.
So much to look at. I'm just looking around. Ignore Orchard Lane or
no, ignore the Rupu I just picked up.
Oh, I didn't. What Rupu?
Okay. So remember how I showed you this road from the other direction?
Oh, yes,
so
that's
this is
right.
looking that way.
So much depth. I love it.
Yeah. And then this is the backside of Rayne's where the orchard is.
We go this way?
Yep. So if we go past the first entrance and go to the left, or actually let's do the right first. This is the main orchard.
All right.
And if you keep your depth perception at a level and that up so you can see between the trees, this is how I build it. So before you get into the orchard, Rupu,
didn't see
there's this road on the right.
All right.
The little trail. This leads up to the area that I said I had to work around. So I just kept tiering it so I could get it to fit, and then I put a little campsite up here. It's a little sitting area.
Oh, this is nice.
And I did the Billy Patton so you didn't catch on fire sitting down.
But it's such a good look for like a campsite, you know?
It is.
Like you're cooking something good.
Yep. So this is a little sitting area. I figured the people that are working on the farm can go up there and relax. And then this is the main entrance to the orchard. So we can go this way and it takes you down the main entrance. There's so many different ways to go in the orchard.
I'm gonna follow you and we'll I'll keep my camera low.
Yeah. So, and you'll see the paths going off between all the orchard trees to farm them. But this main path will take you to the center of the orchard.
I love the rows. I have all the rows and everything.
Yep. And so these are apples and cherries, and they switch in the orchard because there's 4. Basically, it's done kind of like a reverse pinwheel, like I did the farm. But so there's apples here, cherries here, and then on this side there's apples and cherries.
I see
so they're
that.
opposite. So it changes the color if you pull up the map and look at it.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I see that.
So then you can go this way, and then there's takes you to the pier part where the dock is to load all the fruits to the boat.
Little trading hub you got.
Yeah. And then this waterway goes all the way out to the ocean.
I love that. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's cool. It's like a really winding path all the way out to the ocean. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then up here's some banana.
And if those of you who don't know, it's a good idea, even though like you technically only need one bulletin board. They add such a great look, you know,
They're
to multiple
good for
places.
decorations.
Absolutely.
Plus, if you're working in a different area and you forget to check the board before you leave, you don't have to run all the way back.
That's true.
Yeah, so this is like a little banana orchard. And then there's just where the other waterfall is. And then you can come up here and there's just a little sitting area. You can look out over the orchard.
360 here. Everything just looks so well organized. Peaceful.
Thank you. And then you go back this way where we came. And we'll take the side way instead of winding back through.
Right.
This is where we would have come out if we kept going on the angle.
Okay.
We'll come out right here. We're going to go this way.
Right.
And this is the back side of the farm where you do all the boxing and...
Ah, yes. That's right. That's cool. It makes perfect sense. You got a wheelbarrow to pack all the fruit up and put it in the crates.
Yeah.
Then march it over to the boat, ship it
Yeah,
out.
and there's I put little chairs. I figured if you're sitting out here and relaxing on break, you can grab the chairs.
Nice.
And then this way is if you look this way, this is where we came in from the fountain. Then if you go this way, this is my coconut and banana farming area.
Ooh.
Yeah, the roos like to hang out in here. But this is a really cool place just to sit and look around. Really pretty in here.
It is.
Yeah. I feel like we all need a pina colada or something.
Right?
Daiquiri.
Yeah. There was one time that Ellie and we went out and they ran out, like they were just about out of pina colada, but they had strawberry margarita and they mixed it half and half and it was delicious.
Oh, geez. And then this is the other side, the other working part of the farm. The orchard, I mean. And I use, these animal capture boxes can be used for a lot of things. For decoration too.
You have it here to kind of symbolize like a larger crate for...
Yeah, I was hoping that I could put the banana things in it, but they won't let me.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to break it down because I had already just placed it and made it. So I thought, well, I'll just put stuff in front of it. So if you come up here and look back, it looks like they're in it.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, it totally seems like it's, you're assembling a larger container for shipment.
And then
Awesome.
This is one of my favorite paths I put in. This is the workers' entrance path for the orchard.
Oh, this is a lovely walk.
And then you can see where I did it. Used one of them here too, with the banana boxes in front of it. One of those the animal capture crates. Yeah. And And then this just takes you out back to the beginning. And then the second part of the orchard is over here. And this is the quandons and the limes area.
I like how you use the like the holiday fencing here.
Yeah.
A nice touch.
Yeah. And then there's a little seating area, and I haven't done it yet. I keep forgetting to bring them over, but I'm gonna put a couple of the kegs right here. Oh, if I can get over it, and put them right here. But I haven't done it yet.
Add it to the list.
Yeah. And then over here is the quandons, and this is where I was saying it leads back out to the picnic area.
But I love how you mixed the stone path with kind of like you staggered them. That's a really nice look.
Oh, thank you.
What were you saying?
I was saying that this is where I said you could come in to the orchard this way, and this goes back out to Rayne's.
Ah, yes.
But we're gonna go back the other way because I'm gonna show you my secret entrance.
Okay.
So I moved my house, and I call it the Mountain Retreat.
Okay.
This is the Mountain Retreat. And be careful because there could be crocs in here.
All right, I'm ready.
This is the entrance to the Mountain Retreat.
Oh, that's a fake croc.
So I built this whole Mountain Retreat. There was just a little bitty stub of a mountain up here.
Wow.
So I decided I wanted my house hidden because where I live is all, the cabins are up in the mountains, up in the hills. And so this is what I wanted. I wanted something hidden.
That's awesome that you kept the large rocks. I know many people are tempted to just remove them immediately, and if you remove too much, I don't think they respawn.
They don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I like to use what he gave us and just add to it. So I brought the water in. This part was actually a desert area. Mm-hmm. And I brought the water in to bring around the rocks. And I wanted my path hidden. I was going to put it down where you had to walk through the water, but then I thought, no, I'll just cover it with moss or with the grass so it's like grown over. And then this is my secret entrance. And if you keep your camera at the low level, you'll see when you walk in.
Oh, here we go.
And then pan up and you'll see all of the waterfall and the flowers I put in.
Here we go. That is awesome.
And then this is my entrance to my mountain retreat. This is my upper deck area.
Very nice.
And it looks out. Oh, stop glitching. It looks out over the orchard. And you can see town.
Yeah, don't forget to, y'all are watching this, don't forget to add lots of seating areas to just kind of drink in the landscape, because you could just spend all kinds of time here reading books, having coffee or tea, whatever your preference is.
And then you'll see the eggs over here. I have a friend. She's not tamed, but I kept her.
Oh.
And you'll see. So this is my mountain retreat. This is my house I brought up here.
I love how you used the green. Looks really nice.
Oh, the moss. Yeah.
Well, the house is green. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted something cabiny.
It
I
gives
guess
it,
is the word.
yeah, it gives it a good grown in look, you know?
Yeah. And then there's two ways to go down. You can go down this way. But if you go this way, this is my lookout. I did over my crock pond.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna go full circle over to that bridge. That's the bridge that leads to Rayne's area. And then if you look to the left, that's that waterfall I put in. I told you that blocked the cracks out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the back side of it.
Oh, nice.
But I had to plant all these trees on the side of the mountain I built so it would hide the house.
Yeah, that's a good trick. Good trick to like layer all of the trees in different heights and everything.
Yeah. So that's my little lookout.
Let me know if you would like to sleep to see things in the daytime.
This would be a good time to sleep if you'd like.
Okay. I have a sleeping
so
bag on me.
You don't need one. I have a little bunkhouse right here.
Okay.
For you.
Bunkhouse.
So we'll go this way. We can show you this part and then we can at night and then you can see it during the day at the bunkhouse.
All right.
There's a little bridge there, but we'll go to that in the day. But this is the second helipad I built.
Ooh, I love this. Yeah, most people, including myself, do the 3x3 for the H, but having it this way just makes it all that much more visible.
Yeah.
And I also love that you mixed the fencing. That's always a really cool thing people do.
Well, I kind of wanted to keep the dirt, but I wanted something to go with the fence, so I put the border tile on the top of the ledge I built to raise the fence, and I like that with the vine or the hedge and the iron.
Yes. Yeah, and the edge path, like the edge rock path, you know, it's much more organized, I guess, on either side of the fence when you have it right in the middle. It's a cool look.
Right. All right, I'll show you where the bunkhouse is.
Okay.
And we can sleep. Here's the bunkhouse.
Just so cozy.
Yep, this is my cabin bunkhouse.
Check this out inside.
Slash storage area.
Awesome.
So we can rest and go tomorrow.
All right. Here we are back in the daytime.
Morning.
Morning.
So if you look, this house isn't sitting on anything. I just plopped it on the ground like a cabin.
Yeah.
And
Perfect
then
sense
same
to me.
And I put a little cook table out here.
Oh yeah,
like
when
you're camping, like
right.
a camping cabin.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Go
then
fishing
if you look,
and clean the fish and then fry it.
yeah, if you look, it's kind of hidden, but this whole area is fenced off, so the cracks can't get up in here.
Oh, that's clever. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
So this is crack-free zone up here.
Crack-free zone. I
Yeah,
like that.
and then there's, the same here with the helipad. I wanted to hide the dirt a little bit. So this is what I was talking about, where I like to blend different colors of trees.
Excellent.
And then I kept this is all natural. I let it all grow in and I just kind of prune it.
I like that too. I think the tropical grass is underrated.
And then I
like the way
did
it
this
looks.
little pond area to bring the water in up here from the lake.
Awesome.
And then I put a little island there. Keep it natural.
Yeah. Keeping it real.
Yep. And you come around the back. And this is my growing area. This is where I get all my bottle and my bottle brush and my fern seeds. Be careful of the warmu and do not kill her.
Oh, of course
she
not.
protects this area. But she has a new egg. I've let her keep it though. I haven't taken it from her.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, she has her. And that's what I forgot. You have one on your island too.
I do.
Gordo.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep. She just kept coming up here, and I had to fence her in because the crocs kept killing her.
Oh my goodness.
So then when I fenced her in, she just kind of started laying her egg, and so I just left her here. And the same with this kangaroo. He's been in here forever.
Nice.
I just let him be. But this is my bottle and my wattle in my fern area.
Awesome.
And then this bridge is an expansion I haven't done yet.
Yep, stubbing it out. That's awesome.
And then we're gonna have to be quick because she'll come after you.
Okay.
And we're just gonna jump the fence. This is the area I just finished. This is my flower growing area.
Ooh. At this. I just love the green, the mossy brick. It has such a lot of uses.
Yep. So this is where I grow flowers.
Oh yes. Like
and
this
then I just
design.
harvest them all out. Yep, I harvest them all out but one or two, and then I put them in a bin, and they come back, and I harvest them all out, and I put them in a bin.
But this is like this is such a good design because like from one point, right, you can just see the flowers a lot easier to harvest. You know, you kind of easily can grab, you know, what you need. Really good design.
And
you know, I love panoramic stuff.
Yeah, and I, you know, like I said, I just used what was naturally here and I just added to it. So up here, this was just stepped this way. I didn't really change this. I just used what was here and I just went with it. So that's why this is all stepped up like this.
But you know, like it's such a good way to make an area feel very organic, just to respect the topography like you did and you know, use what's there, because it does really make it feel, I can't think of a good word, but I love it.
Yeah, and it looks out over her, and I love the fact that she has her own space there.
Does she have a
name?
name?
The only thing, I haven't named her. I don't know what to name her yet. But she doesn't sleep on her egg.
Oh.
She sleeps right there, which I think is really weird. So I don't know if she's not happy. I don't know. I might let her go. Anyways, the kangaroo, she doesn't bother the kangaroo at all. He stays there. But yeah, so this is that. And then I did this in the center because I wanted something in the center.
Yeah, this is a really...
It gave it light at night. You know, to help when you're up here at night, because I didn't want to like cover a bunch of lights everywhere.
Yeah. Water beds, right?
Yep.
Do you have a path underneath, or is
this
it
is
brick?
not what. No, this isn't water beds because you wouldn't be able to plant the mushrooms. I had to bring the water in.
Right.
And then close it back up.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yep.
A little extra challenge, but it has a nice effect to it.
Yeah, and I put a little waterfall over on this side.
Yeah.
And then originally I didn't have all these planters. I had X so you could use walkways, but I found that it doesn't matter because you can just walk all over them anyways. So they still look pretty, but you still can get to the flowers.
Yeah.
The only thing I've noticed, and I would do a little different next time I did one, is if you go to get, oh, look at this pink one populated up in the white. Huh?
Wow. That's interesting.
If you click off the top flowers, they fall off the back side, so you have to go collect them on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you hit them with the shovel, they don't do that. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is my little flower collection.
It's beautiful.
Well, thank you. And like I said, I like the grass. I make it. I always come in and clean it up every once in a while. But I like the little tufts of grass in this areas, anyways.
Yeah.
See look at, he's just waiting.
It's chilling.
Hey, pacing. Jeez. And then this way, kind of truck it, or she'll come after you.
Right.
And we're gonna jump it because I don't want them to get out. This is my honey collection area, which
Nice.
they're ready to be collected. And then when we were on the lookout and I said there's that bridge, we're gonna cross that, go to Rayne's, this takes us back into town. So we've done full circle. And I built this. This was just a little sand strip that was in here.
Yeah,
And
but
I built it all up.
you know, it's such a good idea to do a land bridge, and especially with the rocks and stuff that you've added, like it totally looks like it was carved out in this little land area.
And then if you look at the trees over here, this was all just open bushland, and I wanted to see something. I wanted more dimension, so I planted all those trees and stuff over there to kind of give you it was too open for me.
That's a good look.
Which I'm gonna have to remove some because the bridge I put in is right in the middle of the tree, but. And then remember, I was telling you that I learned really just to experiment. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is one that didn't work, and I got to remove it. Is this fountain? You'll see it better over here. I just haven't done it yet, but this takes you into the transition into Rayne's garden.
I love how you have seating areas everywhere and this little wishing well.
Well, it's so pretty right here. I mean, just to sit and just look out over that way. And if you sit on the other side and look out, it's pretty too. And that's what I try to do. I'll put a bench down and then I'll sit and I'll say, okay, I need this, I need this, I need to do this to make that area work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. I always find is I always sit down and just do a 360 and then I add. So if you sit on this side and you look this way, it's really pretty.
Yeah, I was doing some 360s just like I'm doing right now. Let everybody drink this island and it's so awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You have so much detail and it's like it's so much to look at.
I always I don't know. I always wonder if I got enough, if I'm doing it right. But then I just say, I'm doing what I like. So it's like I wanted to do something different with the flower boxes around the trees. So I added height here and then lowered them here.
Yeah, that's a really cool look.
And then I did it opposite over here, just to add. And if you look at all there's every different flower box in here. And if I didn't point it out, but if you at the orchard, when you go back to look at it, I used every fence that is in the game in the orchard. But you don't know it unless you look for them.
I'm sure there's going to be quite a few people that'll go back and try to spot them.
Yeah. And same with like this area where they're angled. I just try to, the more dimension you can put in, to me, height, change of height, change of texture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just draws your eye to different spots all the time.
Absolutely.
And then up here is more, and this is more like flower growing area, so I can pluck them from here, which I do. And then there's every flower and everything in the game.
Potted flower sale today.
Yeah, this is my little selling area. This transitions into another area, and it was actually dirt. And I'm like, I gotta do something with that to change it up. So, and we'll get over there. That's the backside of the quarries you're seeing,
Nice.
which we haven't got to yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like these bins I put here because I can stick flowers in them. When I clean these all out, then I'll stick them in there and then I know where they're at. And then this, I originally this wasn't here, but I added this in when I did Rayne's. I added the waterfall and it's almost identical to the other side. Except for I put the water fountains in here.
I think there's a lot of people that agree they love the sound of the water and it's very tranquil sounding.
And then here's another sitting area you can sit in and it looks out.
You know, the trick with the sitting areas is like, what's the best direction to look? And in my mind, on your island, like, there's not really a bad direction, if that makes sense. Like, there's always something to look at, whether you're facing towards or away from the bench.
I try to make sure that in Animal Crossings, everything was basically one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a great challenge to be able to build all the way around something from every angle. And I think that's one of the reasons I love Dinkum so much, is because you can build, you have more options.
Yes.
You can put in more detail. And originally I was going to carry this stone path all the way through here.
But okay, so I want to point something out real quick, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but this path here is such a subtle detail, but it's like it shows, you know, this is the path that you walk, and if you have grass on either side of it, it's such a really simple thing that's just kind of like, hey, this is where I walk, so you know it's just going to be dirt here, and there's grass on the outside.
And if you walk in a yard, or if you have dog runs and dogs run in this certain area,
right,
they wear it down.
Yeah, it's like a desired path versus a paved path.
Yeah. So and if you look, like here's where I mixed grasses again, but these grasses were here.
Yeah. And
instead of bringing them right up against each other, I left open dirt and I did it intentionally.
I love that. That's so, I noticed that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
Thank you. And then this was where it ended, and I built all this up in here. This is the backside of what used to be the storage area. And I didn't want just the brick, so I had added the waterfalls in. And then this, I love this view right here. This is one of my favorite views. With the rowboat and the water. And I love how the rowboat rocks and the paddles, you can hear them flashing.
Oh, I can hear them, yes.
Yeah. So I like that. And then this is my little early doggo. Just added them in there.
Lifelong friends.
And the NPCs love to go up here and stand. I don't know why. But they'll always be standing up in here, or they'll be standing in the waterfall, which I don't understand the whole water and the NPCs, but...
I think that's a mystery that we'll discover over the course of several months.
Well, I noticed there's no bathroom, so I'm just wondering. And then, like I said, this is Rayne's area. And like I said, I build around these, wherever they're at.
Yes, yes.
And
awesome.
Originally when I built this, I had to change it and put these rocks and stuff in here, and I had changed how this whole layout so it's all flat, because Rayne would get stuck up in there. And I had to take everything out to get her out. So I had to change a lot of stuff when I built it so the NPCs wouldn't get stuck.
I love how the NPCs just will walk around and take a look at things, like if you're working or if you've designed something new and they go and check it out. It's really cool detail.
Yeah. So this is where we came down in town again. We're back in town.
Awesome.
So if we go this way, and we'll take the little back trail. This is the back side and where my waterway that came in. And this I didn't change. I didn't close this in. This is kind of how, and I squared it off a little bit, but it was just like a little pond right here. So I left it, and then I build around it. And this comes into my pier.
Oh my goodness.
So where I told you I did my original waterfall, I did a little beach right here. I had this little bit of sand. So I put a little beach in. It looks out over my pier. Yep. Get your tan on. Except for you're under the umbrella shade. You're not going to get much of a tan.
I know. I already have a gamer tan. And if you don't know what a gamer tan is, it's basically the blue hue of your monitor.
Right?
This is so cool. I love the rope fence. It's such a good
do
dock
too.
view.
I think it's one of my favorites he's added so far. Other than the iron. I do like the iron fence and used in moderation. You know, if you're doing a city build, the modern fence comes in great, but.
Yes.
And then this is my market. And this is the pier where you fly in at. So I incorporated this into my build. Where you get, when you originally start your island.
Yes. I love how many people have done that too. They've, you know, hopefully it has some more use other than the beginning of the game in the future. But I do love how people have incorporated it into their designs, and the sailboat is just such a good use of it.
Yeah, and I didn't know what he was going to do with it down the road, so I didn't want to. I've always wanted to build up and build this as like a deck to the front of my house.
Oh yeah, right.
But I think about it and I'm like, well, what if he has another use for this in the future updates? I don't want to, so I didn't. And then this here, again, is inspiration from when you flooded your jet ski area.
Oh.
So this was how I got inspired to do this one.
That's really nice. Yeah, I love the iron fence in the front. That's really good. It not only does it look nice, it has such a good function to stop the jet skis from coming up.
And I'm getting better at jet skis, but yeah, I still would run them up on dock if I didn't have them. So, yeah.
This is so beautiful.
Yeah, so this is my market, and you know, there's not much you can put in the markets right now. But I found that if you have an item and you have a lot of them where they're in a bag form and you place them, they stay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so it looks like it belongs.
It looks like it belongs. Yeah.
So the fruit is picked up into carts and it's either shipped off on one of your docks or it comes out here to go to the South City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I put the bike here because, you know, like if you're, I don't know, I just kind of like, still people ride bikes and stuff and I just left it there.
Oh yeah, it could be you know, one of the workers.
Yeah.
Ride their bike to work.
Yep.
A collie commit pier? What's this?
This is where I found your collie.
Aww.
I was building this area right here. I was working on the pier and I was doing the crab farm.
Ooh, that's an active crab farm.
This is my crab farm. And these are all the fossils I've pulled out of the area. I just leave them where I pull them out. And then if you see this sign,
Rare Doggo Den.
This is where he came from.
Lucky Doggo Den for sure.
Yeah. And I don't mess with the doggo dens, so I always build and incorporate them. Like I put the steps up to them. Commit, do you need some coffee?
I will take some coffee.
Okay. I just remembered that I hadn't given you coffee yet. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be bouncing off the walls to have 59 coffees.
Yeah. So this is, and like I said, these crates can be used for storage, but right now they're used for decoration.
I love that. I love the barrels for anything that's like by the beach side.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
You know, and if you sit on the, like I said, I always do this. If you sit down here and look out.
That's a view.
Look at this, and the sunset's amazing right here.
It definitely is. Look at that.
Yeah. All right. We got a few more things and then come back this way. We'll do it quicker.
Okay.
You let me know if I'm going too slow for you.
No, I am drinking this all in.
Okay.
Taking lots of views, so.
So this is my pier. And then, you know, I had this little area, and be careful when you go over here because it could be crack heaven.
Oh
but
man, you already got two
I
here.
had this little space and I didn't know what to do with it. So I made a little rowboat dock with the actual ramps.
Oh,
so
I love that. It's like a launching
ramp.
bay. Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's so easy to drive the jet skis up them. It's great. And then these guys here were in my way while I was building, so they got caged.
That's what you get.
Yeah, so I had the tower here. I didn't know what to do with it. Oh, you like my heli there? Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine.
I wondered where I stuck it. And I wanted to build around it. So this is where my tele tower is in town.
I love how you decorate around it. Like it doesn't look out of place. You know, you added some greenery around it, and
yeah, but I wanted it useful where you can get in and out of it. So
yeah, good look.
And then there's little seating areas.
This is a good view. Got a nice lighthouse in the distance.
Oh, that's not done yet. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Hey, no problem.
And then there's a little boat ride area. You go for a boat ride.
Island boat tours. Awesome.
Yeah. And more seating areas to look out wherever. And then this is my lookout for my lighthouse when I'm done.
This will be a good place. Have some coffee and check out the lighthouse.
Yeah, that's as far as I got with it, and then I got started on something else.
Hey, story of my life.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's important, anyone who's watching, to know that projects are ever evolving, and you know, nothing's ever really done. So just keep that in mind. I think a lot of people who may watch island tours may get a little imposter syndrome, and it's okay. You know, it's okay to iterate.
It is, and I would say that when I play on Dinkum, there's areas that I know I have to finish, but my mind isn't got that idea of how I want to finish it. So I'll move on to what I do have the idea for.
Absolutely.
And then eventually it'll come back. Sometimes you just got to take a step away and think about it, and then come back to it, and then it hits you on what you want to finish.
So how many hours do you have on this island?
I think I'm at 400.
Awesome.
I'm pretty fast at building. Everyone says, you got all this done, and I don't know if I hit 400. I might be at 378. But I'm one of those people, when I start it, I just can't stop until I finish it. So
well,
then there's a little
I can understand that if you are carrying around hundreds of coffees.
Yeah. Well, I grow a lot of coffee, and I will tell you that if you want to make money to grow it, something's in. Oh, there's my other doggo den where I got the German Shepherd out of this one.
Aw, lucky doggo den number 2.
Yeah, he came out of this corner over here when I was working. That whatever's in season, grow it. And Ellie actually taught me this. And that's where we'll end. I'll show you what Ellie taught me.
Okay.
So this area is going to be started on Saturday, I heard.
Ooh. Do not
This is my little entrance for my doggos to come out of their den. They have to have a place to come out.
That's awesome. I like how you decorated that and made it doggo accessible.
Yep, so this area is going to be... It's all boarded off right now.
Bought and paid for.
So here's now where Franklin's moved. And see it. Oh, now listen, guys. You fight somewhere else. Go on.
Oh my goodness.
If you look above him, and he has his weather station and his windmill.
I love that.
To get the weather station that high, I'll show you a trick.
Oh yeah, you raised that up quite a bit.
Yeah, and I just incorporated as part of the back of his building with this.
So the what do you have here? It's these cabinets, they totally look like utility cabinets, and that's cool. Like electrical cabinets.
If you look over here, I have more. So when I moved, the area that used to be my storage area got moved.
Oh, okay.
So these are my furniture. Well, I needed them. So I haven't moved them yet. And I needed to hide them. So this is my hiding spot.
Ah, hidey spot.
Yeah. So come back up here. We totally went backwards. Got to get the right angle.
Gotcha.
So this is Franklin's motorcycle. But I
Reserve Parkland, Franklin. Do not waste my time.
Yeah, I heard that he lends it out.
Okay.
So,
For how much though?
I don't know. You have to ask him. So this goes to my quarry.
Ooh. Binding quarry. Ooh.
Oh, free meat. So you will get this.
Those who don't know, what does PPE stand for?
Personal protection equipment.
There you go. That means hard hats, froggy hats. That's probably a little squishy though. Coffee, yeah. Coffee is my personal protective equipment in the morning.
Yeah,
I give Ellie coffee for my protection.
I did this in 3 levels because I wanted to see if levels would change what you get.
Interesting.
It doesn't.
But you know what? You tried, and that's a cool. I don't think too many people would experiment with that sorts of things, or those sorts of things.
I will tell you that I get more of the tin cans, the barrels, at this level. If you look, I get a lot of them. And every day, well, I haven't in a couple days, but usually every day I'll harvest everything out of here. And the next day it's back.
I need to
work on
the
opals.
Quarry on my island.
Yeah.
But this is so organized.
Out of here. So I just, the only thing is when I do harvest, I always end up pulling up tile and have to put them back down. But
yeah.
I get a little crazy.
Those jackhammers, they slip, don't they?
Yeah. But I've got a few opals out of here. And then this area always gets these yellow trash cans.
I don't know.
Look, I'm in this.
Oh, you're in
Am
one.
I in the trash can?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, and then this, like I said, this is the backside of Rayne's garden.
But I honestly think you might be onto something, I don't think anybody's really thought of the level that, you know, could affect some of the generation. It may, you may be right, it may not, but it also could influence it subtly enough, because you said you get most of the 10 barrels on the lowest level, right?
Yeah, I get them. If you look, I get a lot of them.
So these kinds of experiments are definitely valid, you know?
Yeah. So, yep. And then the last thing I think I have to show you, there's some I can't show you, but there's some things I want to show you.
Okay.
Oh, we can take the little secret path.
I like secret
this, my little secret path. And this I learned from Steph.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. This is my now entrance to my motel. This used to be my storage area. Look at the top of it.
Oh, you have kind of a rounded roof. The bridges on top.
I put bridges, and then in front of them are the bush seeds.
See that? Cool. Nice.
And the bush seeds go all the way around the top.
Cafe.
This is my little cafe, restaurant, sitting area. Like in, you know, when you go to a fancy hotel, they have where you can sit by the fire. They have a reading area.
Right.
And then I didn't want to do and everyone, I love them when they do them, but I wanted something different than, and I haven't decided how I'm going to do them yet, but this is all the gamer shirts.
Yeah, this is a nice display. It's kind of like, I don't want to speak for your island or anything, but I think it would be kind of a cool idea to have a gift shop, you know? And maybe that was kind of the look that you were going for.
Well, I'm going to get there. This I just literally have started. I haven't finished it. It's still in my, like this area is probably, that might be a good idea, is take this area right here that's bigger, and maybe I'll scoot the kitchen area down over here and do like a corner one.
Yeah.
And then put the gift shop right here. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Of course. Absolutely, though. I mean,
I love input.
You know, I don't take that feedback as criticism at all. This is beautiful.
I don't. And then there's 2 rooms. I haven't named the suite yet.
Oh, yes, yes.
But
I want to say this is the goofy suite. And then this is the magical suite.
Right. So the thing I had to work around is where the bridges are. You can't put anything underneath them.
Of course. Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, we'll have the illusion that this is the closet.
But you know, having them right in front of it though, it still works, because like you said, like with the animal drop-off points, if you look at it from where I'm standing, it looks like they're inside.
And then because I'm OCD and everything's got to have a place and I got to know where it's at. So if you look on top of each cabinet, it tells you what's in the cabinet. So this is all the goofy hats. This is all the outfits. This is all the gamer shirts.
Yeah.
And then on this side, I did all the regular hats, the pants and shorts, the shirts and dresses, the shoes. And then I didn't have a place for the sunglasses, so they got a drawer.
Which is totally perfect, because, you know, the way the sunglasses are, you know, on the little face mount thing. Yeah. That's awesome.
And then, you know, I wanted it so it looked like a hotel, so there's seating area and there's a bed. If I could figure out how to put a door on, I would, because, you know, I'm almost tempted to put my fence back up because it's always full of kangaroos in here.
Oh, yeah.
But I kind of like it not up because it looks so cool looking out. And then I put, and this was the bulletin boards. See how there's one at the end? There's such good decoration.
Well, you know, the decorations that you have, though, like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of The Sims, how you have that top-down view.
Yeah.
So, because if we had roofs in here, it would kind of make the camera go a little crazy. So.
Right.
That's cool.
And I know that you're not big, but these are something I had before I went all natural.
Yeah.
I had got these. And I will say, I hope he does introduce these for everyone that wants them to use, because they are so universal.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
And I couldn't take these out. I've tried to take everything that's not in game out, but there's three things I won't take out. One, I don't use them other than this. And two, they're so pretty. One is the swing, which I don't sit on. It's just for decoration. The other one is the rafts you see in the water, and then the walls. I can't give them up.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I love this view right here.
This is a gorgeous view.
Yeah.
And I love, like, so I have just the game effects sounds turn on, and you just hear little crickets chirping in the background. Leaves just kind of blowing in the wind, and so calm out here. I feel like I'd be swatting mosquitoes off of me left and right, just because I'm always a big target for mosquitoes.
Right. And I was gonna do, like, I see all the big out island resort stuff things, and I'm thinking, but I like those. And I love them. But this just reminds me of when you go to a like a southern old school town, like the old world towns in the South, and you stay in the hotel in the town that's been there forever.
Oh yeah.
That's what this reminds me of.
Like a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, like the southern bread and breakfast. Yeah. Yep. Because it's right down. You can stroll downtown. I wish there was like bicycles, because you could just ride a bike downtown.
Oh.
And then I put a little pier right here to look out. And this one always has Crocs on it in the morning. Ever since I put this in, the Crocs come up in here. They never used to. They used to stay beyond the bridge.
Sip your cup of coffee and grab your battle shovel and go to work.
Yeah. I just kept it simple. No railing.
This quaint and cozy town feel that you have, like, I wonder in the game if we would ever get something like a library or a bookstore.
I would hope so.
That would be cool,
I hope
right?
Yeah. I would like him to add stuff like that. Oh man, hold on. Pardon me a moment.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to show you, I think we're pretty much done with the tour, but the last thing I wanted to show you is something that Ellie taught me. And I think it's something that a lot of people, when you get into the game and you start getting a lot of stuff harvest, and you're gonna go visit Jimmy, or if you got your pockets full of stuff and you're in a hurry, but John's closed. Ellie taught me this, and I think it's such a neat thing that she decided.
Oh, yes.
That she discovered. This is my Jimmy box.
Jimmy crate. Oh, this is such a great idea. It's such a great idea.
It's empty, isn't it? Because I did go visit them. I don't think I put anything in it yet. Okay, because I just went and visited them. And then this is my drop off for when John's closed crate.
Awesome. It's red. Kind of reminds me of she has a commit box on her island when she grabs stuff for me.
Oh, yeah. So I just think that was such a cool idea.
It is a great idea. It's little things that, like, they're not in the game normally, but it's just a good idea,
Yeah, so that's my island.
This is beautiful.
I like it. To me, it's cozy.
It's cozy.
Not elaborate.
Yeah.
It's not really elaborate. I mean, I've seen so many elaborate, beautiful builds. I mean, Ellie's island with all of her angles and bridges. I don't I don't know if maybe in my next island, I just don't know if I will be able to do all of that with this one.
I think what you've done with this island though is it is definitely Shelly Marie, and
yes,
that is that is a style, you know?
Yep.
And I think there's going to be a lot of people that will take inspiration from that, and I think you should give yourself credit. You know, it's kind of hard to give yourself credit, but I think you should. You did a great job on decorating everything.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I do love my island. It's very cozy. And and I'll be honest, and I think a lot of people feel this way when you work all day and you come home and you have time to relax. Mm-hmm. This is relaxing to me, coming in here and just letting my imagination go wild. Excellent.
Well, I got some questions for you, Shelly.
All right.
So we've kind of asked some, throughout the tour, but what is your favorite place to hang out on your island?
Probably the flower area. I have two. Mm-hmm. The flower area and with the animals in the cooking area. I like that area.
Excellent. What is your favorite thing to do in Dinkum? Like, as far as like activity, like, is it killing crocs? Is it fishing? Is it bug hunting?
Well, I would say hunting is my favorite. I like doing them.
Is it though? Is it? I'm just playing. That's awesome.
Well, I do have a name.
You do? What is your name?
The Frilled Valkyrie.
Yes. That is so epic. I wonder who gave you that name.
Oh, this guy that has the Order of the Frillies. Name's Commit. I will say what I've learned to appreciate is crafting.
Yes.
When, I did the grind when we first started the island, and I really did enjoy it. But when I started decorating, I get frustrated because I want to finish something and I don't have the stuff to finish it, so I would cheat.
Yeah.
But then I learned that the grind to craft stuff and to forage for it is actually really fun.
And it's beneficial in a way that, like, if you have unlimited supply of something versus having a limited supply, and you kind of have that tension that you described of I need this thing, but I have to go work for it. In a way, it kind of helps design too, because it molds that design to where it's like, okay, this is what I have right now, and this is what I'm going to decorate with. And then you go out and you get more supplies, and you grow the flowers, and you start kind of molding it over time. Because I think that kind of helps in a way, Yeah,
it does. And you know what I find too, and I think this is why, after listening to James and streams and stuff, and when he was talking to Gersie, I learned that I think the reason he did where you have to gather is so for you to explore.
Yes.
And that's what I've learned to. I mean, when you first started, you're timid and you're unsure and you're afraid and you don't want to get too far. You don't want to get lost. But the more you get used to it, the farther you'll explore. And there's stuff out on the outskirts of your islands that you'll never know is there unless you explore.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what he was pushing everyone to do with the gathering and foraging and the hunting and the, crafting and getting the supplies, is to explore and enjoy the game to its fullest.
And just kind of to kind of push yourself to go just a little bit farther and to build your stuff up in a way that you can go into more dangerous areas and for greater reward, right? Because like you said, as you explore, it's hard you wouldn't know about Tetzelli if you didn't explore, hearing a whistle out of nowhere, or seeing Jimmy, for example, on a rainy day.
Right.
And
Well,
then in the springtime, also finding the eggs that are pretty valuable.
that's true. And plus, if you stay within where you set your base tent and you only build in that little area and you don't go out to you don't see all the biomes because they're not always where I put my place down. It happened to be where I could get to all of them easier.
Mm-hmm.
But some places where you put them down, you won't see the bushlands and where the fire breather guys are.
Yes, absolutely.
You won't see those areas unless you get out and explore.
So I'll ask one more question, and I'm shamelessly stealing this from Jersey. I'm sure he's smiling watching this, but the interview process. But James he's very involved in the community, as you know, and he likes to watch these videos to get ideas and those sorts of things. So I'm not going to ask you necessarily like a blanket, what do you want, right? But I'm going to ask you a little bit more of a specific question that I think you'll have an easier time answering. What kind of a weapon would you want?
I'll be honest with you. I think that the battle shovel is the best weapon he's ever made, and that is my go-to weapon.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I do love playing with the alpha spear. That's my second favorite one. I think that if I don't know if there's another one he really needs. I mean, unless he wants to bring in like a battle axe.
Yeah, that would be epic.
A battle axe would be good.
It's kind of like a two-headed shovel.
Yeah. I'm just saying a big old battle axe, an alpha axe.
Yeah.
But I think that his imagination has gone so far already with the weapon. Other than the tongue whip, I'm not sure I like that one. That's kind of gross. But I don't know if I want to see. I know we have the slingshot and we have the bombs and stuff, but maybe a gun.
Oh yeah, true. Something that's a little bit more directional and not ballistic.
No, or maybe he brings in something that's more to the fun of like
Franklin, like a laser. Well, something.
Like in play. So we have the bow and arrow, the bow and the bone arrows, where we can play in game. So I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of happy with what I got. It works.
And there are a lot of people that are in the same boat as you. They're happy with the kind of the content that they have and the creativity that's coming from James. And there's the other end of the spectrum, people that have, very strong opinions that also drive innovation too, to come up with some different things. And
yeah,
being on the other side of the code, like personally, I totally see it. It's like there's some things that like maybe it's not the specific thing that you asked for, but it just kind of drums up ideas. So it's good to.
I think if I was to ask him for one thing to bring in,
what's that?
It'd actually be two things.
Oh, okay.
One, I would like a wagon or a trailer or whatever you call them for the tractor.
Oh yeah.
So that when you harvest, instead of it just going in your pocket, it goes into the tractor. You can just leave the trailer sit there with the harvest on it, so it's like a decoration.
Awesome.
Or the other thing is, when we do the builds of the houses and stuff that are where they make them out of the dirt printer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, you don't have to do like Animal Crossings, but Animal Crossing has those stall things that you can set in front that have the window and the door.
Mm-hmm.
Something to that effect that we can do more realistic builds.
That would be
nice.
Cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
Other than that, I'm happy with what he's put in the game. and whatever he brings to the game. He's the creator, and I think he's doing an amazing job.
I do too. All right. Well, if you have questions for Shelly, don't forget to leave them in the comments. And also just let me know what you think about Shelly's Island. I had a wonderful time. Thank you so much, Shelly.
Thank you for coming.
All right. We will see you in the next one. If you are also interested in a tour, you can let me know in the comments or let me know in Discord. Until next time, bye.
Bye, everyone.